So today we are doing a closure replacement. As you can see, this closure is too through. All the balding, all the fading, and we're gonna spruce this thing and bring it back to life, honey, because this is not it. So yeah. So this is the new closure. It's a 4x4. What we're going to do is bleach the knots, and we're going to color it to the color of that, and we're going to do a replacement. So this is the BW2 powder that I'm about to use, and we're going to put some 40 volume developer in it, and then we are going to start bleaching the hair as the base before we put the red color on. So right now I'm just trying to get it to the right consistency that I like it. I always I don't measure for some reason. I always play it by the eye, not by the ear. So I'm just trying to get it to a good consistency, and so I can just go ahead and put it on the hair. So I'm just combing it out just to kind of spread it out a little bit. And now I decide I wanted to apply it. So I'm just slowly working my way up, doing a little side brushing, regular brushing, combing it out to spread it out to make sure I'm getting the bleach all, everywhere that I need it to go. I mean, it don't have to be perfect. It don't have to be too light or anything. I just need it to lift a little bit just to kind of, deposit the red tone to it. So, the color will pop a little bit. So I'm just going back and forth, trying to spread it out so I can get the bleach on through there so it can start processing. So I'm just doing, trying to make it not look so blotchy and, lines of demarcation and stuff like that. So I'm just spreading it out, trying to get it up as close as I can. So yeah, just gotta comb it out a little bit, make sure that thing get on through there. So just doing little finishing touches to it. As you can see, it's already trying to start turning brown a little bit, so that's a good sign. Because if the color don't start changing immediately, then it's going to be a pretty slow process. So there it goes, all is evenly through. So with the last little bit, I like to get my bleach ready for the closure. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's going to be a thick consistency for when I apply it, right before finish. While the color is processing, I'm trying to make sure I get the consistency right, so before it finishes processing, I can go ahead and bleach the knots. So right there, I'm just trying to get it to process faster, so I'm putting it between some aluminum foil. Like I said, it don't have to sit for a long time, because all I'm trying to do is just lift it as high as possible. So right here, putting the bleach on so that it can process a little bit for while the rest of the hair is processed. And so I won't have to leave it on there too long, because I don't want to bleach the knots while the whole thing is bleaching. That is a big no-no. So you see right there, it has lifted. Some parts are dark, but it doesn't matter because the color is going to even it all out. So right here, I got a bowl of hot water, putting some Semipermanent Intense Red Adore color. And so right now I'm doing the watercolor method, and yes, you could do it with this, especially it don't have to be too light for this color. I'm just doing dark burgundy to go with the rest of the hair anyway. Sometimes I like dimensional colors, so it doesn't matter. So right now I'm just trying to make sure the color is getting all the way through the hair. I'm trying to bring it up as close as possible without trying to put the color on the lace. You can see a little bit getting on the lace. It's not going to stay like that as long as I can get to it before the color actually sets in. But yeah, a little bit did get on some of the knots. So I mean, it's in the back, so we'll be all right. So like I said, I'm just using the comb, and it's like a color comb brush. So right now I'm just using it to spread the color throughout, making sure that I'm getting as close to the roots as possible, so it won't be no like brownish color towards the root where I want all the red at. So that's why I'm going through it one by one, a little bit at a time to make sure it's getting all the way through there. So just getting that color on through so it can be nice and vibrant, and so it won't fade so quickly. But look at that color, it's coming on through. Y'all see that? I'm loving it already. And yes, this is for me, so that's why I'm kind of just doing whatever I want with the color and with everything. If it was somebody else's, I'll take my time. Now look at that. Look how vibrant that is. So it's a little lighter than the burgundy, but it's definitely dimensional, as you can see. So right now I'm getting the closure set up for the placement so that I can start sewing it down. I'm just, trying to even it up to see if it's gonna lay right. So, and don't be alarmed of the big space, because once I start sewing, it all gonna come together. So I'm just checking the parts just to see how it looks. So right there, I tied the hair away, so I got a curved needle. So I always put the needle through the lace first, and then I go through like the wefts and stuff just to kind of hook it on. That's just my method. Everybody's method is different. So now I'm just going around with the needle to hook the closure back in. And what I do is I do the other side too, but you'll see that in a minute. So I'm just going around, making sure that the closure is really, that I'm stitching it the right way, so I can anchor that, and then the next side, and now to let it hold for the next side. And I'm just combing away a lot of the hair that probably get caught up while I'm sewing. So for video purposes, I have to keep moving it because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm out of my element trying to figure out which way is comfortable to put to start sewing. So I had a little complications right there, as you can see, but it ain't nothing to me because I can always get it situated. So right now I'm just going ahead, and I think I got it positioned where I feel comfortable with to start sewing. So I'm gonna get it right, guys. I'm gonna get it right. So I got it. We did it, Joe. We did it. So right now I'm just doing the same thing that I did on the other side. Just hooking up the closure, replacing it, trying to make sure everything is even. I'm trying to do hook stitching as well to make sure that the closure don't tear away from the wefts, to make sure that it's fully secured. So what I do, I start sewing each side, and then I meet them both in the middle. So that's hence the part that's still in the middle, that the gap. So just sewing my little heart away. So now I'm about to grab the other side. I'm just combing out the excess part that's getting caught up in the thread area. So you see that little part right there? I'm both sides is going to meet in the middle, and then I'm going to tie them off. Do it a little backwards there because I'm standing in the opposite way that I normally sew. But like I said, it ain't nothing to a pimp, baby. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it do what it do, baby. So like I said, we're meeting it to the middle part, and then we're gonna tie it off, and then we'll have our new closure fully secured. So I done tied one part off. I'm about to finish meeting it, and there we go. We tying them both off, and then we are going to cut them both off. Cut both of the thread off. And then boom, there we go. We got our new closure secured on the wig. Just making sure everything is in place, combing everything, all the hair where it needs to be. Look at that, a brand new closure on the wig. Just turn it around for y'all so y'all can see. So as y'all can probably see, is that I didn't quite bleach the some of the knots, especially in the front, as much as I needed to, but it'll be all right. This is for me, so it doesn't matter to me, because what I do, I use lace tin at the on on the bottom of the lace anyway. So right here I'm about to start plucking the front of the hairline to my liking. I can't say to anybody else liking. This is to my liking. I like my hair plucked, my hairline plucked a certain way. So when I do other people wigs, I don't pluck as much because you never know how much plucking a person like. So I always pull the front part of the hairline out first, and then I pluck a good bit behind it, and then I end up finishing towards the front. And as you can see, what I've combed out, when you're plucking a good bit of hair, it's going to look like a good bit of hair is coming out. So don't be alarmed when you comb it out and see big blobs of hair. And that's what's supposed to happen. That's how it's supposed to look, and it depends on how much you're actually plucking. So it's like, yeah, there it goes. So like I said, I pulled that hairline first, and then I go back to the part that I pulled and just kind of even it out so it won't be a straight hard line in the front of the hairline. It looks better already, minus the knots. So I finished plucking it to my liking, and right now I'm trying to set where I want my part at. So I'm just trying to comb it out, part it out, that's normally where I wear my part. So right now I got a wax stick, and then I'm going to hot comb it so I can kind of set my part, with the hot comb. It's just like molding. I used to use foam wrap, but I don't really use it no more. This is a quicker way for me to mold my hair where I want it to go before I start curling it. And to pull the hairs from the hairline out, because just in case I don't want no baby hair. Even if you do want baby hair, it's still a good method to use. So yeah. So right now I am parting it out so I can start curling. And as you can see, you see all the colors. I did that color on purpose because, like I said, with my red, I love dimensional color. So I use some hairspray, and that's and I'm using a curling iron where you don't necessarily have to twist the barrel with your wrist. You can mainly just do it with the the little plate. The plate, you can just twirl it with your fingers. You don't necessarily have to twist your wrist. So I suffer from carpal tunnel and tendonitis, so this curling iron helps me out so much. It relieves so much tension on my wrist. So if it gets stuck, I might curl my wrist a little bit, but it does cut down on the use of my wrist. So I had this curling iron for almost a year, so I've been testing it out for you guys. So this might be a part of my line soon, so just stay tuned for that. But I love how hot it get. It kind of get hot like Marcel's, so it actually helped me to get beautiful curls and curls that last. So I'm just going to keep working my way up with these curls. I love me some curls, so just spiraling it on out, and then let it sit. So when I do curl, I tend to grab the hair and kind of scrunch it a little bit to kind of set the curl in a little bit. Sometimes it is hot. See how I'm doing, scrunching it? So it kind of helps set the curl a little bit. Instead of just dropping it, it'll help the curls to last a little bit longer. Curling until I get all the way to the top. I know y'all see that peekaboo red. I love me, like I said, dimensional color, but I love that pop of red in the front. It's like actually my favorite. Burgundies and reds. Those are like my signatures for those who really know me. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to black. Maybe I will, but no time soon. The hairspray that I'm using is actually used to be a part of my hairline when I first came out with my hair products. I still got a good bit left, so I love using it. I haven't had to go to the hair store to buy any in a minute. it actually helps keep my curls, in place. I used to love Sebastian, but Sebastian don't got nothing on mine. Toot toot. Now look how that red popping through that burgundy. That's how I love my curls. A lot of people like their curls different way, depending on the way that you comb the curls out. It depends on if you're going to get loose waves, or you can leave it in the actual curl and just let it fall by itself, depending on what type of curls you like. Me personally, I love to comb my curls out, or sometimes finger comb it. I don't have to comb it out too much with a comb, but combing it out, it just spreads the hair out and give it a little bit more body, a little bit more fullness. Like I said, it's your choice on whether you want to keep the curl or not. But the longer the curl sits, the longer the curl lasts. So, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Them curls coming along perfectly, respectfully. Working my way to the top. You see how I barely have to use my wrist? Oh, that is like one of the best features ever on that curling iron. Like I said, I've been testing it out for a while, and it's just the best thing ever. And I think that a lot of y'all will definitely appreciate it when it drops. And if you do like this curling iron and is interested in getting it, just drop a comment below and let me know, and that'll give me, let me know if y'all even like it. Ooh, look how them curls sit, baby. I'm getting over here getting excited. I'm sure y'all getting excited too, especially to see the end results. Normally when I make wigs, I put a band, an elastic band in it for extra security. It just, when you put it on, it just sits in the back of your head. I do put wig combs in my wigs. You don't necessarily have to have it, but, people play too much these days. So if somebody want to, be funny and try to snatch my wig back, it ain't going nowhere. So I just always make sure I put things in wigs for extra security. If I'm going to the amusement park or anything, baby, you can put me on the highest ride. My wig is not flying off. So that's what I do for all my wigs. So we almost there, almost to the finish line. I had to end up redoing that curl because I curled it the wrong way. We don't need that, going the wrong way. So I'm using the hot comb to kind of smooth that hair down. We don't want the hair being all lumpy on top of the hair, so that's what I just did. So normally at the top of the hair in the bang area, I take 2 bigger sections just so it won't be like super, tight bangs. So that's why I always split it like a diagonal part so that the bang could flow a certain way. Oh, and y'all see that little bottle of freeze spray I found today? I was excited. So I always freeze spray the hairline in the top just to kind of give it a more stronger hold. And I like the way it looks when I comb back the hairline and give them a more natural look. And right there, I know that's going to be my permanent part. Even though one day I could do the middle, but I always pluck my parts. Everybody don't have to have it plucked, but to me it gives it a more natural look. So as you can see how much more natural it looks when you pluck it. And that's the problem with some people. They be like, oh, mine look all wiggy. I'm like, yeah, did they pluck the part for you? So plucking the part actually gives it more of a natural part. So right here, I'm combing it out. Normally, like I said, I finger comb it, but I mainly do both. But I like bigger hair. I like hair with full of body and volume. And as you can see how I curled it, it created a, layered look. I just love looks like that. So, yep. So the top is more red than the bottom, but like I said, I love dimensional color. I know how to mix color to where it could have fit the bottom, but it was fine because this is just how I like my hair. So I'm just smoothing everything back down with the hot comb. Let's give it a more. Ooh, just look at them curls. Ooh, look. And that's for me, baby. If you're interested in wigs, just hit me up. But this is what I got.